everyone, my name is Onisa John. Welcome to this channel, and today I'm going to be talking about my transition from QCC to Baruch. I'm going to be letting you guys know 5 or 6 things that I've seen inside of Baruch that's different from QCC, and if you experience the same thing I did, drop it down inside the comment section and find me on Instagram so that we could talk about it. So let's go. I was in QCC. That was when I was going to graduate, and it was going to be the summer before I transfer into Baruch. Before you transfer in, you have to get paperwork done with enrollment, verification, registrar, financial aid, and all those other things in order to be a full student inside Baruch. I personally feel that in Baruch, it takes long for your email to get answered. And the reason being is because when I was trying to submit my verification information, it took about a week for them to get back saying, oh, you don't email it to us. You have to go to a website and post it on the website. And so I posted it on the website, and it took more weeks for it to be valid or make sure that it was something that satisfied my requirement. And that was something that I didn't like, because inside QCC, it didn't take more than a week, I think. It took probably a couple of days, 3 to 5 days, and then they got back saying that if you are approved or you need to do more information. Number 2, I started classes in August of 2020, and when I started classes, majority of the emails I sent the professors were not answered as well. And this could be a transition from going online everywhere inside all schools, where the professor wouldn't answer your email on top of it because they're trying to get all of the lectures and everything together, learn about Zoom. But when I had certain questions about the textbook, it was taking a long time for them to email me back. And when I got into the class, then they would let you know about what textbook to get and if you got the right one. But, you know, I do like emails being answered, obviously, from what I've been saying. So that was something that I saw that was different from Baruch and QCC. Another thing was that in one of my classes, I was in a Zoom class for business because that's what I went there for. And then there was Zoom hackings going on for that specific class throughout the whole entire semester. It may not have happened before, but it was something so weird to me, where you just have random people come inside your class and just make a whole racket and fuss, and you're trying to sit there and learn, and then they're just like, oh no, you don't get to learn today. Number 3 would be that the curriculum inside Baruch is on another level than QCC. In QCC, it would probably be touching on the basics of what you have to learn. For example, I was an accounting major, and they had the class of Principles of Accounting 1 and 2 separate, and inside Baruch they're put together because you have to learn everything inside that one sitting. And I think to make it easier inside QCC, they separated those classes so that people can pass a higher rate than how you are inside Baruch. This is what I've seen, and this is my opinion. Continuing on, I felt that since the curriculum had skyrocketed to something else than what I was used to, I was not catching up with certain material. It would be a pile of material on you from different classes that you had to make sure that you're on top of. And when time management does not play a factor and you pass into class, you end up slipping sometimes. And that was what was happening to me inside fall 2020. A lot of the material was building up, and I felt drowning inside of just this coursework, drowning inside my grades, and it showed in my grades how much I was struggling. I was getting 50s, and that was something that was new to me, because in QCC, maybe they handheld you a little bit more, where you would pass with like an A or something with extra credit. In Baruch, there was like no extra credit. I guess it depends on certain professors. My professors that I had that semester didn't have extra credit. So it could be something different for a different Baruch student, but for me, that was my experience. I went to tutoring a lot more. I spent a lot more time in the library. There was like WhatsApp groups. I would have different groups or different chats going on with different students that were also behind as well, because some could be, not needing any more help. So they're just like, I don't need to be a part of the group. Some that doesn't need help, but then still want to know different strategies would come inside the group. And that's what I would do inside those particular classes that I was struggling in. The fourth thing I've seen would be that inside Baruch, you need to meet a certain standard to continue inside of your major. And when I say you need to meet a certain criteria, I'm specifically talking about Zicklin because I'm inside Zicklin. I don't know about Marks and also Wiseman School, but I know Zicklin since they send certain emails to show where you have to be at a specific semester or when finals end in order to meet the criteria. And then they have the 3-class rule where you can only repeat a class 3 times. And afterwards, if you have to do it again for the 4th time, you have to ask for permission. Those simple rules that you have to follow. And I saw that a lot of people would drop from classes because the curriculum's too hard, and that for the CPA exam, it needs a specific type of individual that studied all 4 of the categories. And these classes that's inside your major help you study towards the CPA exam. So it's basically weeding out who can't do it, and then people who survive can do it. And when I say do it, I mean can take the CPA exam and have a passing grade. And then the 5th thing that I've just gained inside of this transition to Baruch is to just believe in myself a little bit more. I'm still trying to work on that because I had confidence going in, and it was broken down a little bit more inside Baruch since there's other people who's competing for the same thing. You have to show something different to the table, why you can give a lot more than the other person, and not specifically inside the grades, but also when it comes to firms scouting somebody. I noticed that you have to show and do a lot more, and also inside your experience, not just schoolwork. You have to be out there inside volunteering, doing tax preparing, or other business related things so that you can show or build to your portfolio. What I would say is that going to Baruch was a big wake-up call that I got. It was to study more, believe in yourself more, and don't think that things are able to grasp just because they're easy. Like inside QCC, I felt like, accounting's easy, I'm gonna slay this. And then inside Baruch, they just slapped me awake, like, what are you doing? Like that. So I really realized that inside my 2 semesters inside Baruch. I'm in my 3rd semester right now, and I'm still keeping my head up, trying to make sure I study, go to study groups, go to workshops, and be able to be successful inside of my major. And if you guys feel the same way, leave it down inside the comment section. So to conclude what I was talking about, I'll point out the things that I've seen that are different from QCC. So number 1 was that it took long to get a response inside your email. Number 2 is the professors didn't really respond as well. Also, the Zoom hackings was something interesting, but I don't think it happens all the time. I just think in that specific period where COVID was at its peak, people were doing a lot of shady stuff with online stuff. And I think it just happened to happen when you have that specific class inside business. Number 3 was the course overload. It was a lot of work that I had to get done, and I didn't know how to do the best time management I could at that moment. And it was something that hit me really hard inside the fall 2020, and I had to pick myself up after getting hit all the way down. Number 4 would be Zicklin School of Business Standards, where you would have to meet a certain requirement in order to be able to take the CPA exam or be applicable for the CPA exam. This is my opinion. I don't think that that's what the school is trying to do, but I strongly believe that they're trying to see who is capable of the CPA exam inside the courses and how hard or rigorous that they're making it for the accounting majors. And number 5 would be to just believe in myself a little bit more. Stop thinking that everything is easy when I first see it, because I'm a person where I see it the first time I get it. But I saw that inside when I was in Baruch, it took me a little bit longer to understand the material. And that was the first time for me dealing with something like that. So I had to adjust my confidence and adjust how I study and how I handle exams, coursework, and keep pushing, keep believing in myself. So that is what I took away from my transfer of being a QCC student into being a Baruch transfer student. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you feel that you had the same experience I did, whether you transferred to John Jay or transferred to a different college, not necessarily Baruch, comment it down in the comment section. Or find me on Instagram, DM me your experience, and then we could always talk about it. This was my takeaway, and I've seen a lot of things. I've grown a lot over the years, and I continue to grow and put out more content concerning school and other aspects of my life. So thank you for watching this video so much, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.